Detective Comics issue 1012 sees Batman head to the cold Gotham dockyard, boarding the yacht the Dolphin, the first place he and Selina met. He puts out his hand, comparing the falling snow to his relationship with Selina, which falls, and at just the right height and temperature, it melts. Victor Fries meanwhile is told by his suit that it is currently -2 degrees outside in the Gotham Pine Barrens. He removes his helmet, acclimating his body to the cold as he tells his wife that time has come for them to feed their souls. Going back inside his lab, he says that the nanotech Lex helped him with has finally made it so that he no longer needs his cold suit, which means soon Nora won't be trapped in her tube anymore. Freeze oversees his teams who are snatching women all over Gotham. The men begin to realize that the women they are taking look very similar to Victor's wife. One of the crew's botches a kidnapping, resulting in one of the targets being injured and left, which was against Victor's parameters. In his lab, Victor tells his sleeping wife that Lex gave him a serum that could help him bring her back to life, but since he didn't want to ruin all his research on the cryosleep that Nora is in, he is testing it, first on mice and monkeys, and while it worked, cellular damage would occur. He then moved on to murder victims, but the same damage occurred. Therefore, he is now testing it on live patients who are structured similar to Nora and put in a cryogenic sleep. In the Batcave, Alfred works on the Batwing while listening to the 911 calls from all over Gotham. Elsewhere in the cave, Bruce trains with his weightlifting kit when he hears the call of a woman who was almost kidnapped but was injured instead. Dropping his weights, he gets the computer to repeat what just happened on the call, going to the Batcomputer where he cross-references it with the logs of the calls from the other precincts. At GCPD headquarters, interim Captain Harvey Bullock is alerted to the missing women, totaling 4 in a week. Heading out, he lights the bat signal, but Batman is already there and knows about the missing women. Bullock says that 4 women were kidnapped and homeless people are being taken off the streets as well, but Batman notes that there was a 5th kidnapping attempt. But she managed to stop her kidnappers, and her 911 call details the kidnappers' appearance. Bullock questions Batman being hooked into the GCPD 911 dispatch, but waves it off, wondering why Batman hasn't asked him about Gordon, who is taking some time off after dealing with the Batman who laughs. Batman can't blame him as he disappears into the night, while at the Pine Barrens, Victor is pleased with his men's work, and once the final team arrive, he can begin his tests. The last team soon arrive, but with no woman, and they say that she escaped, but Victor knows that that's a lie thanks to one of them being hurt by her dog. They come clean, saying that she hit her head when they knocked her out, so they made a decision to leave her. Victor attacks the man, telling him not to do his thinking for him. Victor freezes the man's head, crushing it and telling his remaining team members to go and get the woman. The team head back to the home, thinking the woman will still be knocked out, but upon opening the door, however, they find Batman, who attacks the men. Detective Comics issue 1012 was a cool beginning to the Mr. Freeze Year of the Villain arc, and it kept up the cool detective nature of the book Tomasi has brought back for his run. It's so good seeing Batman just going on an investigation and using things like 911 calls to map out exactly what is happening in his cases. I can't wait for him to confront Mr. Freeze, as well as his wife, who seemingly has a bone to pick with Batman as well, so I'm going to be intrigued to see as to why that exactly is, and whether it's like some mind control or something that Freeze has put on her to help him win against Batman or something. It's going to be cool. I'm going to give this issue an 8.5 out of 10.